Hi, my name is Tanisha and I'm going to be presenting to you the history of the Black Plague. Just a little background knowledge of discussion before I present the PowerPoint. We're going to be talking about where does it start or come from. The agent of the Black Plague, which means what are the causes of the diseases. What is the exposure of the Black Plague? What are the symptoms of the Black Plague? What are the current local issues of the Black Plague? How can we prevent the plague? The Black Plague. In the years 1348 to 1350, the Black Plague occurred in Europe during the medieval times. Black Plague is also known as the disease term Yersinia pestis. In this, I have a picture of Europe during medieval times. Black Plague killed 1.5 million people out of the 4 million in the years 1348 to 1350. At this time, no medical records or treatments existed when the plague hit. In Europe, the Black Plague was caused by natural host species of fleas and black rats, which carried infectious diseases of plague bacterium. All it took was an injection for the disease to hit humankind, and it immediately had deadly consequences. The Black Plague spread so quickly due to the cities in Europe and towns being so poorly linked together, and the peasants that lived in Europe weren't knowledgeable to the contagious diseases. And Europe contained filthy, poorly managed streets, which allowed the disease to spread simultaneously. Because of the rats managed the living conditions, increased the spread of the diseases to cities and towns. The plague also could be spread through other animals by being in contact and eating, such as mice, rabbits, chipmunks, prairie dogs, and human contact. Note on human contact, it is very rare that Black Plague can spread through human contact, but it's what I've also found. According to the National Health Institutes, the plague can spread through scratches and bites of affected cats. This picture that I have is the Black Plague, which affected this human because he was bitten by a cat. The first signs of the Black Plague is swollen lymph glands called buboes, which appeared on the groins or armpits, neck, scratches, and bites. The second signs of the plague is livid black spots appeared on the arms and thighs specifically, as well as other parts of the body. Few recovered from the plague. All victims died within 3 days, usually without a fever. A small number of victims affected by the Black Plague lasted up to 4 days. Other symptoms are fevers and chills, intensive headaches, muscle pains, general weaknesses, and seizures. In this picture, I have a man who was affected by the Black Plague, and as I mentioned before, the swollen glands under the armpits is what occurred in this picture to him. Here I brought up a few pictures showing the effects of the Black Plague. As you can see, it can go throughout the entire body, the legs, the toes, and even the face. According to the World Health Organization, the risk of the Black Plague today is low, ranging from 1,000 to 3,000 cases reported worldwide each year, and vaccines isn't proven to prevent the disease. The highest incidence in humans occurs in Africa. The largest number of infected animals in the U.S., which are the states Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico. Treatments for the plague diseases is through powerful usage of antibiotics, intravenous fluids, oxygen breathing support. When hospitalized, isolation from other patients, and monitoring medications given and how much is given. When an individual is affected with the plague, the effects become a turn for the worse. Therefore, by giving one too much medication may result in logical thinking, making the plague worse. You have to give just the right amount. And it's vice versa, to give an individual too little of the medication may result in, unfortunately, death a lot faster. The Black Plague prevention is keeping the rodent population under control can greatly reduce your risk of dangerous bacteria. Keeping your home free from stacks of firewood or piles of rock, brush, or other debris. Don't leave pet food out and protect your pets from fleas. Using insects repellent products or natural insects repellents like citronella when spending time outdoors. Always attend doctor's appointments to make sure health isn't at risk. Vaccines are available for high-risk groups such as laboratory staff because they are constantly dealing with infectious bacteria. Crowded living conditions and bad sanitation increases Black Plague. Here are the references that I used. These websites and links that I had posted can give you more information regarding the Black Plague. And thank you guys for listening. And once again, my name is Tanisha Whitelow. I really appreciate you guys listening to this presentation. Thank you.